Hey, salespeople, you're going to love this particular episode of the 5 Minute Motivator. Bill Shocker here. How I lost my job because I was over quota. Now, I'm going to take you back to the late 70s. I was in the payroll processing industry working for a payroll processor that was actually owned by a bank. The bank did a tremendous job of making sure that payroll was processed properly. I was in the Northeast Pennsylvania area, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre to be exact, worked the Pocono Mountains, gigantic resorts, and I was doing gangbusters. I was 150% of quota for a year and a half. Just doing fabulously well. I was 29, 30 years old, earning close to 100 grand a year. At the time, that was really good money. Plus, I was teaching a couple nights a week, and at the time, my ex-wife was working also. So life was freaking awesome. Then the bank decided to sell the payroll processing company to one of the larger national chains of payroll processors. So what the bank tried to do was to take the salespeople into its fold and to use the salespeople as bank employees. So there was one individual there. Keep in mind the salary was $25,000 plus a $10,000 draw, then commission over that. So they were looking at the salary of $25,000 plus a $35,000 draw plus commission, adding it all together and saying, okay, what can we do for this person based on bank jobs that will compensate them adequately? Well, there was one individual over a year and a half, his percent of quota was zero. This guy sold nothing. He didn't sell anything. He couldn't sell anything. It was an awesome experience. Every week at roll call, hey, how did you do? Zero. And this went on, zero. And you know what? I don't know why sales management allowed that to happen. Probably one of the reasons why the bank wanted to sell. Anyway, so he was $25,000 plus a $10,000 draw. And $35,000, they said, hey, you can be an assistant branch manager for that amount of money. He said, hell yeah, I'll take it. Cool. Well, here I am, me and this great guy from Manhattan, Jewish guy from Manhattan, about my age. Him and I used to nip and tuck every week for the #1 spot. It was so cool, the competition. You know, here you have an Italian guy from northeastern Pennsylvania, a Jewish guy from Manhattan, and it was just an awesome experience. Anyway, they looked at my salary and compensation. They said, well, you're about $85,000. That puts you in as a senior loan officer. Well, I'm thinking, hey, you know what? Life is pretty good. I'll be a senior loan officer for the bank. And the human resource person said, but just a minute. How much loan experience do you have? I said, I don't have any experience with that. I'm selling payroll processing. And he said, sorry, we can't hire you because you need experience to be a loan officer. So I said, let me get this straight. The non-performer that was at 0% for 18 months gets a job with the bank as an assistant branch manager. One of the stellar performers who was at 150% of quota for 18 months, you're terminating. And the human resource person said, yeah, that's about it. So I was without a job because I sold too much. I thought, I wonder what would have happened if I sandbagged instead for 6 months and just, kept my salary down to maybe $50,000. Maybe I could have got a job as a junior loan officer and got the experience that I needed. It's okay. I really didn't want to lend money out anyway. I wanted to earn money. But I want you to think about that. The tables are turned. It's not just low performers that can get terminated from a sales job. Sometimes it's high performers. But I got to tell you something. I picked up a job immediately after that. You know why? Because I was a high performer. Bill Shocker thanking you for attending another edition of the 5 Minute Motivator. Looking forward to seeing you in the next. Bye.